Hello, everyone. We should be live now. Hello, everyone. We should be live now. Hello, everyone. We should be. Okay, holy Echo Batman. If you just heard that, I'm really sorry. Hi, I'm Stegosaurus. I will be your host this evening. For the Season 31 DSFL Draft. With me, I have a couple of amazing individuals who are all DSFL GMs who have come to hype up their picks and others. So I'll go ahead and let them introduce themselves.
I'm Painted. I'm the GM of Minnesota with Ice Bear as my other GM. My first one.
I'm Kotasa, cult leader in Tijuana with Exy, and I am reading for London and Tijuana today.
I'm LSU Fan 101. I'm the GM of the Portland Pythons with Tim, and let's have a good draft.
I'm Negs. I am the general manager for the Norfolk Seawolves, and I'll be reading for Kansas City too.
Terrific. So I have to give the regular Bex disclaimer. I'm unsure if we've been doing that the last couple of years, but I think it's worthwhile to give. The regular Bex disclaimer for all of you rookies out there is that wherever you go in this draft really doesn't matter. I'm case in point for this. In my DSFL draft, I was picked like 150 something. In fact, I don't even remember. It was so low, and below some iconic inactive users, and I ended up being a first round pick in my ISFL draft. So where you go in this draft is but just a number, and this is only the start of your experience in the league. So take it all with a grain of salt while we get the show on the road. Also, if at any point anybody is too quiet and I need to jack their volume, furiously ping me in some server, and I'll jack it. We all good to go, guys?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Sir.
All right. Then, with the first overall pick in the Season 31 DSFL Draft, the London Royals select
Doc Fireball. Amazing render, by the way. Speaking before I speak on London notes, I really love the student scouting. I thought this was a great pick here. So London had this to say. Should add some explosiveness to our D-line and be a big boom in the locker room. Injury report is as clean as a whistle. Loves the taste of cinnamon. Too Lazy looks to be an active user both in the locker room and on the forums. In fact, we already have 2 media pieces from Too Lazy. So congratulations, sir.
lovely and very wholesome. With the second overall pick, the Norfolk Seawolves select Miss Stacks McHits.
All right, so welcome to Norfolk Mama B. Mama B has been rocking up our draft board ever since she joined the league. We had early questions about her level of interest, so we weren't quite sure what to expect at first. But after just one interview with one of our more experienced scouts, we knew immediately she was going to be a gem. We were certain that she had to be our first pick once a dance routine made her Tesla's favorite prospect in the whole draft. Mama B has been a delight to have in the prospect chat, and it'll be great to bring her awesome spirit into the Seawolf locker room full time. She's also knocked out every point task, and since she has joined the league, including Ultimus Week, she's super active, a joy to have in the locker room, and putting her Mauler play type across from our record-setting tackle Bongo should take our offensive line to another level. She's a slam dunk selection, and we couldn't be happier to have her.
Terrific. Congratulations to Mama B. With the third overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select
Leonard Graff. Username is Trimpali, I believe. Before I read his notes, I just want to read my own spiel on this player. I did really like him. I scouted him myself, and overall he's a great dude. I know he's, I think, in France. Now let me get to BBB's notes. Trimpali is a complete newbie in the world of sim leagues, but has shown himself to be a great user in the league. Has already written several media pieces along with a DSFL mock draft, and I had a great scouting conversation with him. Also fills a position of need for Bondi Beach with the call of Travis Scott this offseason.
Terrific. Congratulations to Trimpale. Hopefully we are saying that correctly. We are probably going to butcher everyone's name tonight, so if you're upset, you should have named yourself Bob or something. Moving on to the fourth overall pick from the Kansas City Coyotes.
With the fourth pick, the Kansas City Coyotes select Dakota Grossman, cornerback. From our notes, numbers said with our first pick, we went into the secondary, filled one of the holes in our defense, and we locked it down with DTG. He's been absolutely everywhere so far, from media to rookie Discord, and we're super excited to bring that energy into Kansas City. DTG is someone that multiple people in the room highlighted during the pre-draft process and quickly rose to the top of our board. And we're excited to see Grossman in the purple and gold this season. And I have to give a shout out to our pre-draft scouting personally. He's a Georgia fan, which is always a huge.
Terrific. Well, congratulations to DTG 108. With the 5th overall pick, the Portland Pythons select
Pasta the Turtle. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name because I will butcher it. Pasta is someone that we had high on our board going into the draft. A lot of our war room and Tim and myself included really enjoyed our conversations that we had with him pre-draft. He comes over from the SHO. Unfortunately, he's on Newfoundland though, and not QCC, so that kind of stinks, but it is what it is. And this is just someone who we're really excited to have in our locker room and see how their career plays out.
Congratulations to Visceral Potamus, I'm going to go with. Also, by the time the ISO draft rolls around, please change your render to a turtle. With the 6th overall pick, the Dallas Bird Dogs select John Riggins, running back. Madden says, Riggins was the top of our draft board very early on in the scouting process. Here at Dallas, we're renowned for 2 things, Twitter beef at Zane and top-tier running backs. With the very real possibility of our current running back being called up early, we wanted to solidify the position here. Cole really impressed in his scouting conversation and looks like you should really fit in well in Dallas, and we look forward to working with him going forward. Congratulations to Cole6249. With the 7th overall pick, the Tijuana Luchadors select
Damian Beck, user is Bytor. Being here at number 7, we thought there was no way we were going to get this guy in the draft. Safety was a hole for us that we really wanted to fill, and seeing him at number 7 was a huge surprise. He's one of the highest TPE prospects in the draft in terms of new creates, and we're always excited to bring new creates into the Tijuana circle. We had great talks with him in scouting, and he's going to be lining up to Springer, and hopefully he's a huge prospect in our locker room and in our on the field.
And rounding out the first round is Minnesota with the 8th overall pick. With the 8th overall pick, the Minnesota Grey Dogs select
Ash Worthington III. Username is KC15. Over at Men, we wanted to fill up our biggest hole, which was both running back and quarterback by the end of the first round. Our top running back in John Riggins was taken, so we decided to just go with the best quarterback available that we felt. And overall, KC15 is just a great user. We really feel like he'll help build the locker room as we try to pretty much rebuild our entire offense. And we're so excited just to build around him. Very happy to see him here at 8. We almost thought he'd be gone way before our pick, so that was a very pleasant surprise, and just can't wait to get him in the locker room.
And that rounds out the first round. Congratulations to all the first rounders. With the first pick in the second round, number 9 overall, the London Royals select
Zephyr Tater Greywolf, user is Tater SWC, and the London Royals had this to say. We will give them their personal groomer and field side water dish. Jesus. Hoping they can be a beast on the field and tame off of it. Watch out for full moons while our team is in town. Tater is a great user with ties to Royal alum Boom, who was their GM in SHL. Great pick here. Very big fan of Tater.
Congratulations to Tater. With the 10th overall pick, the Norfolk Seawolves select
Jack Lewis, kicker, username Jack A. Lewis 229. So I've actually known Jack from a previous sim league that he was actually my GM in, and I really admired the way he ran a team, and he knew exactly what he was doing. And I knew the second I actually saw him create that I needed him in Norfolk. There's no doubt in my mind he would have gone first round if he wasn't a kicker. Having spent the second half of the season with us as a trade deadline waiver pickup and being in our locker room since then, we truly believe Jack is Norfolk through and through, and we are really, really happy to bring him back.
I think as an aside, this may be the second highest I've ever seen a kicker punter go in the DSFL draft.
We had a kicker go second pick last year.
Oh, I guess I've been living under a rock.
Yep.
Kickers are people too.
Norfolk likes our kickers.
With the 11th overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select
Ed Nadir. Username is W Sconey. This is what BBB had to say about him. We drafted Sconey here because we really enjoyed the scouting conversation we had, along with Sconey's plan to help out the rookies throughout the season. He's an experienced hand to help out our locker room and get us back towards the playoffs. I had the pleasure of scouting W Sconey myself, and I will say he was a pleasure to scout. And honestly, I think that's a great pick by BBB. He should be a fantastic locker room user as well.
Welcome back, Scotty. It's good to see you back. With the 12th overall pick, the Kansas City Coyotes select
Big Yoshi, offensive line user, Big Yoshi. Kansas City had this to say about him. Yoshi's one of the coolest, funniest people in these leagues, and we were happy to have the chance to draft him. We're also really excited to add a human to our offensive line since it was only bots last season, and it'll be great to have Yosh to lock that spot down. And he's honestly just one of the best locker room people that you'll ever meet.
Even is.
He's a fantastic user.
We're going to leave this render up for just a minute more to admire it. Alright, moving on. With the 13th overall pick, the Portland Pythons select
Spicy Ron, user Pug Walrus. I can't talk. Tim had a fantastic conversation with this user. They were high on our board. Really just someone who we think can come in and make a good impact on our locker room and our team. Defensive line is one of our needs, with some of our players getting called up, Rocco Blade being one of them. So we really hope that this pans out, and I'm really excited to see how they do for us. We're really excited that they fell to us at 13.
Congratulations to Pug Walrus. With the 14th overall pick, the Dallas Bird Dogs select Kalam Bakar, Zoot's player. So Madden says, reach, with a lot of letters. How could we not pick Zoot here? He was in Season 22 original Bird Dog and one of the friendliest people in the league. He was the GM of Dallas up until this season, and we didn't want to take the piss and leave it any later than round 2 to pick him up. His new player will slot right in at linebacker to fill a hole left by an aged-out player, and even if we just have him for a season, the locker room presence alone will make Zoot an absolute steal in round 2. Congratulations, Zoot. With the 15th overall pick, the Tijuana Luchadors select
Live, laugh, love. User Swanky Pants 31. Another reach, back to back. It's crazy, isn't it? Truly words to live by. With losing J-Pac, our invisible signal caller, we needed a new one, and Swanky Pants is an absolute legend in Tijuana. He lives, bleeds, dies for it. We were very excited to see him fall to us in the second round, and that we knew there was no way we could pass on him when he came here. So we're really happy to get him in. We, with an offense that has a lot of weapons for him to play with. So we're very, very excited for this.
Congratulations, Swanky. I'm upset your render is not the cover of Chicken Soup for the Soul. With the 16th overall pick, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select
Modern Nazgul? I'm not sure. I'm not going to try again. Username is Wolf Gravy. Wolf, I will say, we were very excited to have him land here. Honestly, we were sweating the entire second round thinking he was going to get taken. We were actually just stoked because he was so active in the locker room, an enormous presence. I'm sure he's stoked to be great up himself. Wide receiver, we were kind of loaded, but honestly, we'll make it work just for such a great user. Ice Bear, this is his steal of the draft, as he proclaims, so I'll let him take full credit, even though this is my pick.
So, Painted, have you never seen Lord of the Rings?
No, I've not, unfortunately.
You have homework tonight. With the 17th overall pick, the London Royals select
Rocky Roads. Oh, look at that dog. Rocky Roads is a dog. Dogs are fast. Running backs need to be fast. Alliteration is also a huge plus in London. Platt is London royalty, and we couldn't be more excited to bring him back to the team. He is known as an active locker room member and will surely keep spirits high at all times in London. I know Platt really wanted to go back, and I'm very happy that he was able to.
Congratulations, Platt. With the 18th overall pick, the Norfolk Seawolves select
Arnie Rufus, defensive tackle, McGriddle lover. So Matt comes to us highly recommended by a former Seawolf great. We did not expect him to be available with this pick, and so we didn't hesitate to grab him to pair with our other defensive tackle. Mac is a well-known user in this league, and we're looking forward to him bringing his experience and great personality to our team, as well as terrorizing opposing quarterbacks. I'm not really sure how he fell this far, but we're really, really happy to have him.
Congratulations, Mac. With the 19th overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select
VO award system is bad. Username is UberBJ. BBB had this to say about this pick. Uber, our former GM in Bondi. Uber's new create name is the result of the protest against the Pro Bowl results for the offensive linemen, which benefit the low TPE players and inactives. We're thrilled to bring back Uber, who also in protest will be lining up at the center position this season.
Congratulations, Uber. With the 20th overall pick, the Kansas City Coyotes select
Dallas Fort Worth, offensive lineman, user Minnesota Fine. So Kansas City had this to say about him. Another pick, another offensive lineman. We were a bit surprised to see Dallas Fort Worth still available at this pick, and therefore the decision was pretty easy. He's a cool guy and a good earner and will be a key part of our offense this year.
Minnesota's a great user. We were lucky enough to have them on Portland after the trade deadline, and so we're really happy that they found a great home in Kansas City.
It's highway robbery. He didn't go to Minnesota, though.
Or Dallas.
Both teams had multiple chances to take him.
Is that a tamper?
No comment. With the 21st overall pick, the Portland Pythons select
Fenner Grayback. I hope I pronounced that right. Second sucks. This is Jax. He's a user in the SHL. I believe he's the GM for the Nevada Battleborn, if I'm correct. Jax is someone that I was lucky enough to have a short conversation with earlier in, I think it was like a few months ago, and then in the SHL, and now here. Really left a good impression on us. Someone who Flex, one of our war room members, really pushed for, and with defensive line being a position of need, we just said let's take it. I don't really know how he fell to us because I thought he'd go higher, but we're really excited that he did. So welcome to Portland, Jax. I see you in chat.
Congratulations. With the 22nd overall pick, the Dallas Bird Dogs select Escanor Sama. I hope I said that right, like always. Madden says, holy moly, what a spicy pick. Escanor has been lighting up the rookie chat over the last week or two. We were shocked to see him available in the third round. After losing 2 wide receivers to call-ups and another to being an IA this season, we were in desperate need of a retool at the position, and how could we not pick up the stud? It felt like a match made in heaven with the user currently living temporarily in Texas and being a Ravens fan. Wanted to have his player in Dallas with Rev as GM, another Ravens fan. We're hoping he lights up our locker room as much as he has rookie chat. And to add icing on the cake, he wants to play with our first round pick, John Riggins. Congratulations, Escanor. With the 23rd overall pick, the Tijuana Luchadors select
De'Aaron Harper II, user is Soldier Boy 2007. So we got Soldier Boy off of waivers. He's a recreate who joined the league in season 15, and he was a really big help in our Ultimate Mini appearance. He's been very active in our locker room and in other locker rooms that we've seen him in, and so he's going to be coming in and joining Doc Holiday, and now secondary is looking pretty good for Tijuana, so we're very excited to bring him back.
Glad to see you back, Soldier Boy. With the 24th overall pick, the Minnesota Gray Ducks select
Franklin Turtle. User is the Voiceless Creator. I will say the TVC is a staple in many locker room, and we're incredibly excited to have him back. I know for a fact he was around when I was drafted in Minnesota, and he's just been around forever, and he's a great user altogether. Getting him back was a no-brainer, especially since defensive tackle was a huge need for us. A lot of positions were huge needs for us. But overall, TBC is great, and I just can't congratulate him enough. Welcome back.
Congratulations, TVC. You know what the DT life and DE life is like, and you subjected yourself to it again. With the 25th overall pick, the London Royals select
Deshaun Penne, users private Penne. The London Royals had this to say: felt pretty lucky that all the teams pastaed on them. They should go evaluate their whole team Guini. Defenders need to make sure to wrap Violi up when hitting this guy. Private Penny is stepping into a line of decorated Royals tight ends behind King Jellyfish and Boom, and I'm sure after our conversation, they will be remembered well in our locker room after they're staying here. This guy was great. Really, really liked him in scouting. London made a real good pick here. I'm going to speak for London. I'm going to use their steal card here in the 4th round. That's a great pick.
Congratulations, Private Penny. The chat can't see me, but my head is literally in my hands after that draft card. With the 26th,
What are you talking?
with the great London pasta description. With the 26th overall pick, the Norfolk Seawolves select
We select Mahler Panda, offensive lineman, user Juniped. So Juni's a legend in Norfolk. He's one of the best DMs we've ever had. We couldn't pass on him here. He's been one of my favorite people to get to know personally in Philly, and I'm excited to be able to remind him every day that I am in charge of him. Having 3 humans on the offensive line should be a huge boost to our running game, and I know it makes our quarterback, Malcolm Savage Moosey, very happy. He should have loads of time in the pocket to find open receivers and great blocking downfield when he takes off one of his epic scrambles. But we're very happy to have him back, and I am happy to share another locker room with him. He's a great user.
He's a fantastic user, so you guys really nailed this pick.
Congratulations, Junie. With the 27th overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select
Arfield Desosito III. Username is GWD Johnson. Here's what Bondi had to say about this pick. Bondi brings back another well-loved alum with drafting of Gabe here. Hashtag Bondi's Despacito. Fills in a big position of need after Domino's Pizza Man and Amadeus Redding were called up by Orange County and Yellowknife respectively. We'll be lining up at defensive line alongside Miss Obvious in the pairing that will be sure enough to get a lot of sacks on quarterback, mostly after knowing the O-line.
Congratulations. With the 28th overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers also select
Oh, sorry. Dehydration Hennessy. Username is Rendy. Here's what Bondi had to say about this pick. Another alum of Beach we couldn't help let slip further by drafting Rendy here. As a receiving back, he will provide a great 1-2 punch with 4 at running back, as well as stretching the defense and allowing our primary wide receiver, Tony Demonson, to break that defense. All in all, great 1-2 punch for the backpack picks by Bondi.
Congratulations, Rendy, and welcome back. With the 29th overall pick, the Portland Pythons select
Wilson Twist Patty, another SHL user. Surprise, surprise. This is another one that Tim knows very well. Another one high on our draft board. I feel like I'm just starting to say the same things over and over again, but a fantastic user. I believe they were in SHLHO as well, so it's good to get a different perspective on different things in other leagues too. And we are very excited to have them in Portland.
Congratulations. With the 30th overall pick, the Dallas Bird Dogs select Lance Witt, user Solas. Madden writes, this pick was locked in as soon as the clock started running. We were late in scouting Solas as he was missed off the board, but finding him there in the 4th felt like we found an actual pot of gold and a pack of Lucky Charms. We needed a safety, and Solas has some serious pedigree behind him, having played in VHL, EFL, and now PBE, so it felt like a slam dunk pick. We're really looking forward to having Solas on the team, and believe he'll put in the work to become a star safety of not just the DSFL, but the ISFL as well beyond that. Congratulations, Solas. With the 31st overall pick, the Tijuana Luchadors select
Troy Barnes, user is J Doctor. At the start of the draft process, we thought there was no chance we would be able to get 2 Tijuana Legends back, but lo and behold, here's Jay in the later rounds. Wide receiver wasn't the biggest need for us, but we couldn't let him go any farther just from a user standpoint. He's going to be joining Waterfalls and Wells, and he's going to be able to form the dynamic and deadly J squared with our other J that we drafted a few seasons ago. So welcome back to the team, Jay. We're very excited to have you.
Congratulations, Jay. With the 32nd overall pick, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select
Running back Lalu Muhammad Zori. Username is Kentakira. Kira overall, we just knew it was a great pick just from value alone. He has a lot of TPE and he's a great user. We know from SJS, and this is his recreate. Not only that, with our new logo, he's already made 2 patches for us, which were incredible. And I know he struggled with the first Grey Duck rendition. We're excited to have him in the locker room, and I'm sure he's thrilled to be back as well.
Congratulations, Kentakira. With the 33rd overall pick and the first pick in the 5th round, the London Royals select
Toucan Sam, user is Big Noof, and the London Royals had this to say. Fruit Loops are an important part of a balanced breakfast and a balanced team. With Toucan Sam, we are hoping to soar above the competition and bring rings to London for years to come. SMJHL teammate and co-captains with Lucid, Big Noof will bring a leadership and great personality fit to the locker room.
Big Noof is a great user, and I'm sure he'll fit in right in London. Shame we couldn't have 2 quarterbacks or didn't want 2 quarterbacks in Minnesota. Would have drafted him there too.
I love it. With the 34th overall pick, the Norfolk Seawolves select
Dragazoy Blaze, cornerback user Fire King. Fire King was someone who popped up late in our radar, but had a huge flurry of activity right before we ended up drafting. He's someone that we really liked in scouting as well. The defensive backfield is probably our weakest area of need, so to get a player we really like in the 5th round is a huge help. We're hopeful that Fire King can become a big contributor to our passing defense right away, and we're looking forward to hopefully retiring our bot cornerbacks that have been there for a couple seasons.
Congratulations to Fire King. With the 35th overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select
Ephraim Geller. Username is E. Geller. This is what Bondi had to say about this pick. We now turn our attention back to the new creates as we pick up E. Geller. I had some great scouting conversations with him, and he has done some steady earnings so far. Filling a positional need on defense, we're really excited to bring him here and into the league and on our team. E. Geller should be a pick to surprise many. I really honestly think he'll be a good pick as it goes to ISFL too.
Congratulations, E. Geller. With the 36th overall pick, the Kansas City Coyotes select
Owen Baker, defensive tackle, user Pocket Sand. Kansas City had this to say about him. Oh, never mind. So I'll just speak personally. I really like Pocket Sand. He was one of the people in Norfolk, at least, that we had a lot of fun with. I know Minnesota. He was really great in the locker room, too. I'm sure he was really great in Kansas City. He's going to be a good earner down the line, and he's probably one of the funniest prospects in this entire draft with his stabbing knife. So landed in a great spot. It's going to be really great.
100%. He was great in Minnesota. I hope he sticks around too.
Congratulations to Pocket Sand. With the 37th overall pick, the Portland Pythons select
Marquise Brown, Beast takeover from Texas A&M. Beast is someone who I believe is in the EFL. Simo knows them. I believe they're on the same team. I think Numbers might actually be their GM, if I recall correctly. We need a halfback, and Beast was someone who we had a good conversation with. We liked what they had to say, and when we noticed they were still on the board here, we just couldn't risk letting them fall. So we grabbed them here, and we're really excited to have them. So welcome, Beast Takeover.
Congratulations to Beast Takeover. With the 38th overall pick, the Dallas Bird Dogs select Eater Pyfel, user Dorkman. Madden says, this guy seems like everything you could ever ask for in a star ISFL defensive tackle. He's ready to put in the work to make his player great, and seems to have a good idea of what it takes to succeed at his position in this league. We found it really funny when he told us he often chooses to support healers in games whenever he's got an option, because let's be real, if there's a traditional RPG support role in football, it's offensive and defensive line. Congratulations to Dorkman.
On a side note, I can no longer make fun of Dude Man, the HO member, and call him Dork Man as an insult. So, welcome to the league.
You still could. It'd just be like worse.
Well,
Dork
yeah,
Man.
but now it'll be confusing. Yeah, exactly. This guy's cool.
Once again, congratulations, Dorkman. With the 39th overall pick, the Tijuana Luchadors select
Pablo Sanchez. Also user Pablo Sanchez. We were a little surprised to see Pablo this late. He's big in PBE, and we've seen him a lot in the rookie chat. So we were aware, we're pretty excited to get him here. We're also aware that he's very invested in the lore of his character, and as the wiki head, I love lore of characters. I think that it's awesome, so I'm really happy to bring him in and kind of get him started in the league. So welcome to Tijuana, Pablo.
Congratulations, Pablo. With the 40th overall pick, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select
Colin Kramer, safety, username C Shockwave. Overall, C Shockwave was a good pick for us as we had a huge hole to fill in the secondary, having almost no one filling up any of those slots. As a whole, though, we drafted C Shockwave because I think we have a great locker room fit, and he'll be even better for the game nights. He already has a million suggestions lined up, and we can't wait to just knock one out Poland Friday this upcoming week. So, welcome, C Shockwave.
Congratulations, C Shockwave. With the 41st overall pick, the London Royals select
Sorry. Quarry Drab. I'm sorry. I'm totally quiet Drab. The most exciting pick of the draft. You would be a fool to call this pick boring, sleepy, or a snore. Quiet is looking to light the league on fire with their awesome instincts and riveting footwork. Never a dull moment when Drab is on the TV. Quiet Drab will slot in nicely for us at corner, and we think they'll be a great fit in our locker room and with their wild and well-thought takes on hot dogs and hot dog toppings. We'll have to compete with Augustus von Heimlich for that role.
he needs to get in touch with Dally from Dallas and Orange County, and they can discuss hot dog pies together. With the 42nd overall pick, the Norfolk Seawolves select
We select John Montroy, user Turkey, wide receiver. So we were actually thinking about taking him as early as round 3, but we were pretty patient, and as a result, we think we were going to pull our steal card here. He's been one of the most active rookies in our chat. He runs another sim league and is someone we really all connected with immediately. He already has 2 pins on his first day being in the locker room. I don't remember what our scouting conversation was in terms of the ISFL. We kind of just talked for 2 or 3 hours. It was really great. He really badly wanted to come to Norfolk and been DMing me through the entire draft. And we're sorry he had to wait this long, but we're really happy to have him.
Congratulations, Turkey. I know you've been hanging out in the chat, so I hope you're excited. With the 43rd overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select
Walsh, linebacker, username is Seattle Seahawks Best. This is what Bondi had to say about this pick. Best username in the draft. Go Hawks! Seattle Seahawks Best is our second straight linebacker pick as we fill out the position currently manned by Corey. Done some great earning so far, and we're excited to bring in the user with the best name in the entire DSFL. No best name in the entire league at this point. SSB is a great user, and honestly, this will be a great pick for BBB as they keep continuing to bolster their defense.
Congratulations, Seattle Seahawks Best. With the 44th overall pick, the Kansas City Coyotes select
Wide receiver Don Keatich, user Bry Daly. KCC was very, very happy about this pick. They saw that he had a burst of activity up to the draft, and they are very excited to get to share the locker room with them.
Congratulations, Bry Daly. With the 45th overall pick, the Portland Pythons select
Timothy T-Boat, nameless Nate. We had to do this. For those of you who don't know, Powell is Tay Swizzle. He's a wide receiver on our team. His first crate was Tim Tebow, a tight end, and so Nate just basically copied him. And this was an opportunity like we couldn't pass up on. Nate is a fantastic user in the PBE. We have a lot of people who know him pretty well. We're so excited to have him, and I am just thrilled with this pick. And it pisses Pow off, so it makes it even better.
Congratulations, Nate. With the 46th overall pick, the Dallas Bird Dogs select Taylor Swayman, user Bulge Paint. Madden writes, I cannot tell you how excited we were that this guy was still around this late in the draft. Swayman was someone we had our eyes on since the earliest picks of the draft, as he's friends with our first round pick, Mr. John Riggins. Swayman mentioned wanting to play with Riggins if possible, and vice versa, so to be able to make this happen this late in the draft is so exciting for us. Bulge is a multi-league user with a Sim League resume that also boasts a hockey player for the Anaheim Outlaws in the SHL. Congratulations, Bulge. With the 47th overall pick, the Tijuana Luchadors select
George Fantobins. User is Fantobins. So this guy is another user in the Mysterious Wrestling Sim League, and he also joined us off of waivers, so I've known Fantobins for a little bit. He's an SHL member, and we've heard nothing but good things, and when we were scouting him, we got really excited. I think that he's gonna, really be a great pick to replace Giles Merritt, who we just lost, so we're really excited to bring him back.
the Wrestling Sim League's back.
Wrestling Sim League, well, it's on delay right now.
Ah, makes sense. With the 48th overall pick, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select
Booker Thomas, linebacker, username Swag Sloth. Before I go into the pick itself, this one was a little bit contentious in our war room, as our war room member Sloth was a little apprehensive to add another Sloth, but you know what they say, you can never have more than enough Sloths. But on a more serious note, we know that Swag Sloth as a whole is suffering with hurricane damage from Ida. So we just hope that they're doing well over there. And as they come back to the league, we hope when they get better power and everything, they'll come back as an even better user. They're great recreate, and I know they're a great user as a whole. A lot of good words from our scouts in this conversation.
Congratulations, Swag, and I hope everything is well back home. With the 49th overall pick and the first pick in the 7th round, the London Royals select
Dominic Ricky. User is Ricky Dominic 22. And they had this to say: like your kneecaps, don't cross Ricky. Their family has a history of cooking more than just food and racketing more than just tennis balls. Hailing from Italy, Ricky is looking to bring the mob mentality to the ISFL. Ricky was another one of our positions of need, and we were excited to get them into the locker room.
Congratulations, Ricky. With the 50th overall pick, the Norfolk Seawolves select
I don't even want to try. Ifa Balamwezi, obese taco linebacker. We had a really great scouting conversation with him, and it's someone who we really think can elevate our front seven and play either linebacker or edge rusher. And he has a pretty great username, so we always love seeing that as well. We're glad to have him.
Congratulations to Obese Taco. With the 51st overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select
Quarterback Burned D. Brought. Username is Teddy Ojo, I believe. Here's what BBB had to say about this pick. Teddy is another former Bondi boy who has found his way back home. He wanted to be a starting quarterback in DSFL this season, so I left him in the draft to allow teams that could provide him that opportunity, a chance to pick him up. But all in all, they passed on and went in other directions, so I brought him back in hopes to be a backup/joint starter with Rev 5.
Congratulations, Teddy. With the 52nd overall pick, the Kansas City Coyotes select
Techers Modis, running back Brandon 1994. Kansas City had this to say: Brandon 1994 is a user who hasn't been around in a while, but entered the league by chatting and bantering in general chat. He's a friend of a longtime member of the Coyotes, and is our hope that we'll be able to get him back into the league and turn him into a key part of the team.
Congratulations, Brandon. With the 53rd overall pick, the Portland Pythons select
Fucked. I hope that's somewhat right. Big Ed, EDD, recreate, notorious for being one of the better defensive linemen in the ISFL. Currently, well, I don't know. I think he's going to college now, so his earnings been a little bit off, but we hope to see him back soon. We hope that we can provide him a fun environment that he enjoys. We were lucky enough to have him as a post-trade deadline waiver, and so we just thought, why not bring him back? So congrats, ETD, and welcome to Portland again.
Big Ed sucks. That is all. With the 54th overall pick, the Dallas Bird Dogs select Spooky Baz. Madden says, after losing in such a horrifying way in the playoffs last season, we're hoping a change in direction at kicker will be exactly what we need to get us over the hump and get us that second ultimate victory. That may be a lot to ask of one prospect, but with a name like Spooky Baz, we're confident if any one kicker could get the job done, he'll be able to. Congratulations, Spooky Baz. With the 55th overall pick, the Tijuana Luchadors select
A kicker. Jobin is his username, but he is a kicker also. And he's another member of the Wrestling Sim, which is awesome. So I was really excited to see him join. Jobin is SHL BFFs with one of our beloved members in Zoltan, and we know that Jobin has fallen off a little bit in terms of earning, but we're really hoping that he can join the locker room and get invigorated and, kind of realize why he joined the ISFL in the first place. So we're very, very happy to bring him back.
Kickers are people too.
Congratulations, Jobin. With the 56th overall pick and last pick in the 7th round, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select
Howard Walters. Username, Brahman123. All in all, after going through all the selections, we want to pick up an offensive lineman here to bolster the offense a little bit more and provide our new quarterback a little bit of protection. We also want to help grow our line and as well as get our MVP running back, the new one, some playing time as well. As a whole, though, trying to get him more active. Wasn't able to contact him on Discord, but I'm hopeful that now that he's in the league and getting more tuned with it, that he'll come in and be an awesome fit as well.
Congratulations, bruh man. With the 57th overall pick, the London Royals select
I apologize. Activia Dannon. User is Activia. A good diet will keep you as regular as a passing attack with Activia Dannon on the field. You'll never have to worry about making it on time or dropping a pass with these sure hands. Once Dannon hits the big times, they'll erupt into the Danimal they are. We're hoping Activia will continue earning and start scoring some points for the Lion Gang. I'm sorry if you can hear my cat.
We need cat picks. With the 58th overall pick, the Norfolk Seawolves select
Henry Wills, Big Beetle, wide receiver. Henry's another person we had a really good scouting conversation with. He is a brand new user who should be another solid culture fit in the locker room. So we're really looking forward to having this guy on our team, and we hope he can make some big receptions for us. And I love the Georgia render, and I think that I want to say that's someone new, but I won't embarrass myself. But I'm happy about that.
Congratulations, Big Beetle, I assume. With the 59th overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select
Sam Gamwich. Username is Golden1975. This is what BB had to say about this pick. There's not much available at this point in the draft, so we took a punt on Golden One, who has been recently seen on the site but hasn't posted anything except his player creation thread. At best, we bring him into the league and get a bonus player at the position of need, and at worst, we get a player that will go better than a filler bot. Worth the punt here.
Congratulations, Golden One. With the 60th overall pick, the Kansas City Coyotes select
Daniel Hunter, defensive end user Noke. We use this pick to finish off our line and get another defensive end on the team, and we're happy to be able to fill a hole so late in the draft.
Question.
Beautiful render. Beautiful render.
That's not Daniel Hunter.
That you're right. That's Braden Fajoko. He's a Los Angeles Chargers defensive end, and he's known for doing the haka on game days.
All right. Well,
And this is a complete and total. I was so sad to see this user go, because just the storyline of LSU fan drafting someone from LSU would have been perfect, and I missed my opportunity. So I will never forgive myself.
Shame.
With the 61st overall pick, the Portland Pythons select
Jacoby Mannux, I think that is probably not right. From Central Florida, tight end is kind of a position of need for us, so we figured why not get it. We have a fantastic one, but it offers some flexibility for us. So with not much left, we just figured let's take a chance, and we hope it pays off.
Congratulations, Ninja182. With the 62nd overall pick, the Dallas Bird Dogs select Frosty McMillian. Tides of Time #1 is the user. Madden writes, with a name like Frosty McMillan, this was a pretty obvious choice for us. Frosty will be a great hole plugger and an already fairly versatile Bird Dog secretary. And with a little luck and maybe even some forum DMs, we hope to get in contact with our new pal Frosty and help him be the league's next star cornerback. Congratulations, Frosty. With the 63rd overall pick, the Tijuana Luchadors select
Zach Mulliken. User is Zach, but there's a 2 in the middle, so I don't know if it's Zatuk or something how you pronounce that. But Zach was someone we got off waivers also, so we were actually pretty excited to see him here near the end of the round. We're hoping that we're able to kind of get him back in the league. I know he's kind of fallen off, but he was in our locker room and he seemed to be having a good time. So we've had a couple late round RB steals in Richard Gilbert and Lonnie Jackson in the past, so we're hoping that we can replicate that with Zach as well. So welcome back, Zach.
Congratulations, Zach. With the 64th overall pick and last pick of the 8th round, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select
Nick Denslow, offensive lineman. Username is Nick Denslow. We wanted to finish off our draft here by yet again bolstering the offensive line, getting another human in there. We hope to get this guy active, though we haven't seen much of him recently. I hope to change that, though, and I hope that if he is watching this, we get in touch, and then he could be a great user and a steal of the draft, if you will.
Congratulations, Nick. With the 65th overall pick and first pick of the 9th round, the London Royals select
Ebenezer Splooge. And the London Royals had this to say. The war room exploded once we got this pick. I was worried it might have been a bit premature, but my partners assured me it was right on time. With Ebenezer on the team, we're hoping to blow the competition out of the water and solidify our spot as a power top in this league. This prospect is the cream of the crop and has a 0% chance of busting on us. As long as this pick is nuts as I think it is, London will be coming in first every season. Big Milker was a great sleeper pick here in London. After a conversation with Big Milker, everyone agreed that Big Milker was the best pick left at this spot. Everyone is excited to get Big Milker onto the team and figure out what Big Milker's plans are and what Big Milker wants to do with their time in the league.
Bro, someone needs to hit Lucid.
The London Royals need to go to church this weekend.
That was given to me as is.
Well, we're rolling with it. With the 66th overall pick, the Norfolk Seawolves select
Ian O'Hara, equally as good username, Spank Me Doodles. He's inactive. Please come back.
Sweet.
Congratulations, Spank Me Doodles. That is absolutely going to get clipped at some point by Chunt. With the 67th overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select
Marty McMahon III. Username is MBRR1214, quarterback. Von and I had to say this about this pick. There were 2 inactive quarterbacks left. We took one with a better name.
Congratulations, Marty McMahon. And with the 68th overall pick and last pick in the Season 31 DSFL Draft, the Kansas City Coyotes select
quarterback Reggie Wilder, user Jimin122. Unfortunately, this Mr. Irrelevant seems to be completely inactive, but it is our hope that they will eventually return to the league and become a contributor.
Congratulations, Reggie Wilder. That concludes the Season 31 DSFL Draft. I appreciate everyone coming out and hanging out with us tonight for about the last hour. Any of our hosts have any last words?
Go Pythons.
That was Seb's doing, not Lucid's. Don't blame him.
I'm still going to blame him.
But Lucid did sign off on it.
Blame the entire city of London.
Other than that, congratulations to everybody. If you think you went too low, prove them all wrong throughout the season, and you can definitely raise that stock like Steg said earlier, and prove everybody wrong if you felt like you were slighted in this draft.
At the end of the day, it's just a number, so yeah. And I hope everyone enjoyed the draft and that they enjoy their teams.
Once again, congratulations everyone. I hope you all have a great night.